All right, so we're on the second day of 8.5. So when something like this happens, where you have a fraction within a fraction, or just one fraction, or even more than that, you can have 3 or 4 fractions like that. When that happens, we call this complex fraction. So complex fraction is basically not allowed in math because it's too complicated. We can't really see what's going on, so we always have to simplify it. We cannot have more than one integer at a time inside a fraction. So this is not okay. When we have one or more fraction in a fraction is not okay. So we need to simplify. So for example, this one. 2 over 3 divided by 4 over 5. Okay, this is very easy to do. You could just do 2 over 3 divided by 4 over 5 and then go from there. Right, so this is just 2/3 times the reciprocal, so 4 over 5.
5/6.
Yeah, 5/6. Oh, sorry, 5/6. Okay, so most of the time you would probably just do this. Something divided by something, rewrite it, and then solve. The problem is when we have something like this. This is where you don't just have a fraction in a fraction. You have a fraction plus something. When there's a plus, you can't do this. This is where you got to pay attention. Don't kill cats. A lot of times, every year, someone or 2-3 people, at least 2-3 people, they do this problem. At the very end, they always get 1 because everything canceled. And then they just got 1 on every single problem. I'm just like, oh, this is bad. Okay, so it's not 1. It is not possible to be 1.
You might have to curve this test too.
Please be careful. I would say this is like basics of Algebra 2. Like if you don't know this very, very well, everything else after this, all your math after this is going to sink. So this is like the critical part.
That's not reassuring at all.
It is not comforting, but it's a warning. Okay, so there are 2 methods, depending on what you like to do, how careful you are. So method 1, do it very carefully and takes a long time to do, but you're guaranteed to get it right every time. So the first method is do each fraction separately. This is what my high school teacher taught me to do. Okay, so first you would just basically do them separately. So how would you simplify that fraction? You need a common denominator, right? What's the common denominator?
X.
Correct. So then what do you need to multiply on the left?
Y.
Y over y. And then on the right? X over x. And one other thing, this is another thing that could make or break your future math career. Please do not do sidebars. So a lot of people just like do all the calculations on the side, put it back. All the calculations on the side, put it back. Do not ever do that because it makes it so messy that eventually if you made one mistake, there is no going back. You have no idea what you did wrong. Do not do that. Please just rewrite. Just write faster, but you got to rewrite. All right, so this becomes y plus x over xy. You can probably add in your head now, right? In the numerator, that's just going to add together.
Would it be x squared? Y plus x squared.
X squared, yes. All right, in the denominator, we also need a common denominator.
Y.
Correct. So then we just need a y over y on this one. Huh? Okay, so 1 plus y over y. All right, we now have just one fraction on top, one fraction on the bottom. Compared to before, we had 2 fractions on the top and 1 fraction on the bottom. So that was no good. We have 1 and 1, so pretty good. Now we need to just take the top divided by bottom. Again, please don't do sidebars, just write it all together. Y plus x squared over xy divided by 1 plus y over y. Or, by this time, you're going to multiply by reciprocal. You can go straight there. If you don't think you're going to make mistakes there, do that. All right. Equals y plus x squared over xy times y over 1 plus y. Okay, the last step is cancel the ones that can be canceled. So that is y plus x squared over x times 1 plus y. Can I cancel anything else? No, that's it. Please don't try to kill cats to get to the answer that you want. This is it. So answer is definitely not 1. Okay, so if you start canceling a lot of things that shouldn't be canceled, a lot of things cancel and you get somewhere that you don't want to be. Okay, so this is method 1. Yes?
So, in the denominator, we multiplied 1 by y over y. So,
Yeah.
it wouldn't like, be 1, like y over y doesn't equal 1, right?
What?
Y over y doesn't equal 1.
It does equal 1.
Oh,
But I am trying to get a common denominator, so I add it together. Okay, this is method 1. This is very long. You had to simplify the top, simplify the bottom by itself, then divide, and then simplify again. Okay, so this is guaranteed that you will not miss, but it is long. Method 2. This is a preferred way. However, this is where people keep getting 1s. So please be careful. Okay, so I'm going to show you how to do it. 1 over x plus x over y over 1 plus y plus 1. Okay, so this is the same question again. The fastest way to do this problem is figure out the LCD among all 4 terms. 1, 2, 3, 4. We have 4 things, right? What is the least common denominator for all 4?
X, Y.
Correct. So then what I'm going to do is I'm going to multiply everything by x, y. Yeah, this is why, cats die. Okay, so this is xy over xy. We're going to multiply by 1 again, but this time xy over xy. xy is the same thing as saying xy over 1. Okay, so I'm showing you this very slowly because I want you to understand what we're trying to do. We're multiplying everything by xy, over xy. That's a big 1, which is okay to multiply. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to distribute to every fraction, like this. Do you guys see this? I'm taking this fraction, multiply by the top only, and then take the bottom fraction and multiply by the bottom. Are you guys with me? Okay, xy times 1 over x, what cancels?
The X.
The x. What are you left with?
1 over y.
Just y, right? Okay, second one. xy times x over y, what cancels?
The
Y,
Y.
what are you left with?
X squared.
X squared. So plus x squared. In the denominator, xy times 1 over y, what cancels?
The Y.
Y, what are you left with?
X, Y.
Huh?
Where's
X. Okay, xy times 1, xy. Okay, so this is the answer. So much faster, very easy to make mistakes. So unless you understand what you're doing, please don't do it this way. You'd rather get it right than do it really fast, but it's all wrong, right? Are you guys with me?
Oh, we're talking.
Oh, I mean do you guys understand what to do?
Yeah.
Okay.
Would you want us to factor out x from the bottom or no?
Doesn't matter.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay. Try this one. Let me know when you're done. The first answer is x squared y over x plus y. Okay, number 2 is a little bit harder because your least common denominator is huge, right? So you have x and then x plus 1 and x minus 1. I'm assuming you're all doing method 2, right? Yeah, because it's much easier to do method 2 than method 1. Okay, I'm going to help you to just multiply this together first. Okay, so you're going to distribute the least common denominator over. So the LCD times the first term, what cancels? X only, right? So we have a x minus 2, x plus 1, and then x minus 1. Only the x canceled. So the x minus 2 stays, and then the other two LCD are still there. Yeah? So eventually you need to FOIL all that. Or we might get lucky, but we'll see. Okay, so LCD times the second term, what cancels? X plus 1. So we're left with that 2 and the x minus 1. Okay, in the denominator, this whole LCD times 3 over x minus 1. What cancels? X minus 1. So we're left with 3x and then x plus 1. And the last one, what cancels? X plus 1. So we're left with just x and x minus 1. But there's a minus, so please be careful. Oh, looks like nothing cancels. Yeah. So it doesn't look, so there's an x minus 1 in all three, but not this one. So no, we can't cancel that. So what you need to do is now simplify. You need to multiply everything together here, 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 and then simplify. Your answer should be very, very, very simple. There's a very simple answer to this, and it's you may need synthetic division to divide out a factor you have not seen. Yes. If you do method 1, you would not run into this problem, but you would still get to the same answer. Okay, so in the numerator, I'm gonna just do them one at a time. I know this is going to give me x squared minus 1, so I'm going to do that. Are you guys okay with that part? Okay, now I'm going to just FOIL this one and this one. X cubed minus x minus 2x squared plus 2. And I'm going to distribute the second one here. Plus 2x squared minus 2x. In the denominator, 3x squared plus 3x minus x squared plus x. Make sure you distribute the negative again. Combine like terms. That's going to cancel. X cubed minus 3x plus 2 over 2x squared plus 4x. Did you guys get this?
Yes.
Okay. All right. From here, this is where you might say, oh, I'm done. But actually, it could be factored again. But it is a little tricky. In the denominator, you can see that you can take out 2x. In the numerator, this doesn't seem like something we can factor, because we've never seen how to factor something like that. So what we're going to do is we're going to check. Is it factorable by this one? How do we do that?
Set it equal to 0.
You could, but we can't factor it. We can only figure out that it actually works. So we're going to use synthetic division. So put negative 2 in there. Put the synthetic division for the top, which is 1, 0, minus 3, 2. Do you guys remember this? Okay, so drop down the 1, multiply, you get a negative 2. Negative 2, multiply, you get 4, 1, negative 2, 0. So this means x squared minus 2x plus 1. So in the numerator, it becomes x plus 2 and the factor that we just found. And then this is in the denominator. So I was trying to see if this factor or this polynomial that I've never seen before that I can't factor on my own, is it divisible by x plus 2? If it's divisible by x plus 2, then if I use the synthetic division, I should put in negative 2, and I should get a remainder of 0, which I do. So then the leftover is this factor. So that tells me this big polynomial is actually divisible by x plus 2, and then the leftover is this one. Okay, now that cancels. X squared minus 2x plus 1 over 2x. So that's the final answer. You can, thank you. You can also try to factor this too. It will be x minus 1 squared, but it doesn't cancel anything. That's it.
Whoa.